Shalom, shalom, everybody. Welcome back to Sister for Sisters. Today I'm doing a history lesson on Native Americans, pertaining to the Black Native Americans. So, if you have Native American family members, or you're currently, an Israelite and you're still looking for your family's genealogy, let's take a walk through history and find out whether maybe your ancestors come from the 5 civilized tribes that were already here. That, of course, also leads back to the land, however you want to put it, because the whole land is ours, of course. But I just want to go over the things that the women's lifestyles, how they were, how they lived, how they ate, how they dressed. And we're also going to touch on how the different versions of the Native Americans, how they play into the whole masquerade of taking our history. So just bear with me. I'm trying to pull up my photos and things right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave the pictures. I'll try to add them some kind of way later, but they're not coming up on my computer. They're on my phone, so whatever. However, I'm gonna start off with the book called "The Birth of Black America: The First African Americans and the Pursuit of Freedom at Jamestown" by Tim Hashaw. And I'll pull up a picture of the book so you can at least see it. Okay, so this is the book here, and I'm gonna start at page page number 3. So this chapter is called "The Masquerade." So the founding of English-speaking African America in 1619 is closely intertwined with a sensational theatrical play that premiered on the London stage 14 years earlier, called A Mask or Masquerade. So this play, performed for the king and the queen, for the first time featured white actors in blackface as Africans. The plot parallels a real-life drama that began when one of the actors, a genuine pirate, seized a slave ship in a conspiracy that would eventually topple a king and shape the destiny of English America at its birth. Following the death of Queen Elizabeth I in 1603, England offered the crown to her middle James's accession to the throne was a moment-long contemplated, prearranged backstage by England's power brokers to ensure a smooth transition. Therefore, even before the royal procession left Edinburgh for London on horseback, James had already determined how he would rule his diverse kingdoms. Of momentous importance in the development of the English-speaking world was his plan to merge these separate countries into one superstate. As James would inform the English Parliament a few months later, what God hath conjoined, then let no man separate. Here we go with all the mixing, right? I am the husband, and all the whole isle is my lawful wife. This marriage of the island kingdoms into one state is known as the Union. At that time, England was 3 years away from planting its first colony in North America. James I was an avid hunter, and as the plague was then creeping through London, he was in no rush to greet his new subjects. As the royal entourage leisurely rode south from the Scottish border through the English countryside, they were met by a stream of English lords, ladies, knights, and wealthy merchants coming ahead to swear loyalty. Let's not forget about the woman of the oppressor. Was a longtime friend, Penelope Rich. An actress said to be the most beautiful woman in England. In addition to seeking favors from the new king, these courtiers were curious to learn how he intended to govern. James, contemptuous of the English system of new subjects that he would rule under an old notion recently resurrected by the French monarchy to limit the power of the Catholic Church. The notion was called absolutism, the divine right of a monarch to rule by decree, a right he viewed as superior to constitutions or consent of parliament.